Hello, everyone. My name is Anthony Metten, and I'm here to talk to you today about being inside the male mind, navigating mental health and masculinity. This presentation is brought to you by the Contra Costa Health and Wellness team, and they can be reached at cchswellness@cchealth.org. So to begin, I am an executive and life coach and an international speaker with a master's degree in counseling psychology and career development. I'm also a professionally certified coach with the International Coach Federation. So today we're going to do a little bit of breath work. Then we're going to talk about the philosophy and theory behind this. We're going to do some self-care and tips, community care tips and practices, and a bit of a call to action. So before we get going, let's do some breath to just drop into some good energy. We're going to do a full inhale through the nose, hold for a moment, and then we're going to do a full exhale, releasing a sigh as we exhale. We're going to do this twice, and I'm going to do it with you. So let's begin. Full inhale, hold, full exhale. One more, full inhale, hold, full exhale. Okay, breathing is good. So one of the reasons that we're here to talk about this today is because in the past, men were known as being strong, being leaders, being stoic. These are all adjectives that we use to describe men. And we would describe women with adjectives such as open, empathetic, gentle, and the like. The problem is those lines have been blurred for both genders. And these days, we need to be a little bit of everything. As men, we're expected to be the provider and protector, but we're also expected to be able to communicate and understand emotions, be open, be vulnerable. And these are all things that we don't have a lot of experience in and don't yet really know how to handle. This can lead to depression, anxiety, substance abuse, PTSD, and many more things. And the problem with that is men tend to hold that in, and when they're suffering, they don't share it. And so it builds upon itself and starts creating damage in many parts of our lives. Things that you can do to help this are just the basics to begin. Exercise, diet, sleep, maybe volunteering so you're around other people and have those connections. There's a lot of things that you can do. And you might say, Anthony, this is a pretty basic list. What are some more advanced things I can do? Well, before you get into the advanced things, you need to be able to handle the basics. So I would encourage you to circle 3 or 5 of these things that you're committed to doing on a regular basis. By the time you've been able to do that for several months, then I think you can start looking at doing some more advanced things. But to start, if we do the basics, it can make a world of difference. So as far as community care is concerned, we can look at the role of social support. We can look at supportive, non-judgmental environments, and we can look at providing tips for our family, friends, and those important to us in our lives. So ideas to supporting yourself and others is to learn to be an active listener. And by the way, listening doesn't mean just hearing the words. Listening also means hearing the words that aren't spoken and also hearing the message that somebody's trying to convey. They may be struggling with trying to say what it is they want you to hear, and it's up to you to try to hear it and do your best to understand it. Offer practical support. Be there for the people who are important in your life. Be there for yourself. Learn for yourself and then be able to share those ideas. Educate yourself. There's a lot of ways to learn about mental health and taking care of yourself. I mean, we have the internet, which is full of information these days. We have a lot of great books out there. Read a couple, find out what works for you. Check in regularly. Have people that you feel safe with and that you feel like you can share your innermost feelings with. And by doing so, being the person to maybe start that conversation will then open it up for others. And pretty soon you might find that you're sharing back and forth, which is exactly the healthy way to go about it. And encourage professional help. In the past, seeing a psychologist, having a professional coach or the like may not have been something that a lot of men reached out for. Plus, it was timely and expensive. These days, we can have it available to us virtually online where we don't have to go to somebody's office and spend the time to do that or spend the extra money to do that. There's a lot of resources that are available to you today that weren't in the past and make it a lot easier to get up to speed and educate yourself. My call to action today is break the stigma and create inclusive spaces and resources. Let's be the change that we all need so we can live a healthy and happy life and provide for those who are important to us. So let's do our best to overturn social expectations and stereotypes around mental health and masculinity. Be there for yourself, understand what works for you, and be able to share what you've learned about yourself with others, and collectively help create an environment that will be there for the people and the men in your life who are important, that you want to support and that are there to support you. So again, my name is Anthony Metten, and this presentation was brought to you by the Contra Costa Health and Wellness team, and they can be reached at cchswellness@cchealth.org. Thank you so much.